How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And I guess if you gotta change your garbage and open up your paper towel, there's worse places where you could do it. I missed coming out here so much for the last chapter. How many times did I actually make it out to Banff in chapter 4? Does anybody know? Because I don't remember. But I feel like it wasn't a lot. You know, these last 3 days, well, I guess the last 2 days and today have just reignited my love for this place. Not that I ever fell out of love with it. My apologies to Banff. Yeah, we are done with the campground today. Good morning, Penny. Done with the campground, got all packed away. Bear Den is back in the Thule. And we're heading back to Calgary later this afternoon, back into our usual routine to pick up the Pirate Princess and the Irish Pirate Queen. Been missing her a little bit. But before that, I figured, done with the campground. Not too much going on up there when you're by yourself. It's nice to escape and have some downtime. It was also nice to have Lindsay's company, but I wanted to come down and see a little bit more of the town while I carry on with the van life things I have to do today. And the first things on the docket was I was out of yogurt and paper towel. So we rectified both of those. We have fed the big fat pussy. She is getting a good whiff of the fresh mountain air. Now we're gonna whip up a little bit of breakfast and then take a look underneath the fridge and readjust things. Sounds riveting. Oh, I lied. She's just finishing up the meat puck now. Breaking it up into 2 parts, I see. Wonder where you get that from. Good girl. All right, I won't disturb you. I'm gonna make my own breakfast, but I need to get in here. Mind your noggin. I just need, oh, sorry, Penny. I just need this bad boy. Here, let me give it up. Hang on, I know. How dare I? There you go, continue on. And yes, now we've got everything packed away in here. We've got the propane tank in the passenger seat footwell, and we've got the propane fire pit back here. That'll go back into Lindsay's garage once we get back to Calgary today. And yeah, definitely gonna be focusing on getting that bad boy onto that roof rack and finding a better solution for my spare tire because it sat in the like damp, muddy rocks all night in the Bear Den, and I put it in here not even thinking about that. And then when I moved it from like the middle of the van to the back of the van, there's this big, nasty, yucky, rocky, muddy, crescent moon looking yucky narnar in my house, which I was not a fan of. It's swept out fine, but that's not the point. I just realized I don't have any proper like juice for my smoothie, so mango revita it is. I'm gonna need my blueberries, my strawberries and bananas, and we will save the sherbet for another time. We've got our yogurt. Perfect. This should be all we need. Ooh! I hope this has enough oomph to do this. I don't think I've charged it since the last time. Oh well. We're about to find out. We're either gonna have smoothie or we're gonna have plastic shaft full of unblended nonsense for a little bit longer. Had to taste test it. It's good. Can never have too much energy. All right, away we go. Hey, got the battery power. There's one thing that kind of sucks about van life when you're cleaning your dishes with vinegar and whatnot is when you either run out of vinegar or paper towels. So it doesn't happen often, but I actually have a sink full of dishes from last night that I couldn't clean. I sprayed them down with vinegar. I'm gonna have to spray them again, but I ran out of paper towels, so there was no cleaning them. You can use baby wipes in a pinch, but I felt like I wasn't desperate, so they could just wait, which they did. So now, smoothie and dishes. Quality content, quality content. Oh, frick, my Yeti from my Dr. Nog last night tipped over. Hey! I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing. It is a sink after all, but I don't really want dairy products going down my drain and getting stuck in there. So it's a good thing the plate has a lip. And then we just gotta get rid of it. Yum. soaketh with vinegar again. Yeah, the Revite is better than Minute Maid juice anyway. There you go. Okay, dishes are done. Blend jet is clean. Extra paper towel is away. Still got a couple gulps of our Revita left. Now we got to get under there. I'm going to make room in here for myself to sort of work. Got Penny's nice clean dish up there. Move that out of the way. And this bad boy for a moment can go up here. Just edge the pee bottle a little bit. Nailed it. All right, let's see how hard this is. I say that like I haven't moved the fridge since I rebuilt Lucky. I have, obviously. I do know that this does work, but okay. So we'll unplug the fridge. The nice thing about the Glacier, I'll mention it again, not sponsored or anything, it will stay running because it's got an internal battery. Well, it's a removable battery, actually. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the refrigerator not refrigerating our food. Where is this going to be the most? Ooh, that might be hard. I was going to put it on the bed, but that's a hell of a lift. Hang on. Get on your feet, Matthew. Lift with your back. That's the healthy option. All right, fridge there. Nice. Okay. Whew. Oh, guess it's a good opportunity to clean under here as well. Yeah, it's not that bad, but that charge cable up there, that up there. So this white is my, this is my shore power line. This guy is plugged in to the outlet on the side of Lucky that I plug into when I'm like at a powered campground like I just was. This plug, not that anybody asked, so I don't know why I'm talking about it. It just sort of feels right. And when it feels right, you just go with it. This guy is my battery charger, my trickle charger. That's always connected to my house battery, so it automatically kicks on as soon as I plug in on the outside. And then this is just the extension cord that I plug other accessories into and whatnot. And this is the plug for the side of the fridge. So we don't need any of that right now. We got our fairy light box here as well. Move that up here, out of the way. And now we just need to get some access to under here. So we got this up here. And of course, this is not going to stay up on its own because I'm a silly bee and I put it on a hinge instead of just making it removable like this panel. But anyway, we'll go under here. And there is what we're working with. That is our little Y splitter. Let's get some light on the subject. Right, so there's a hose that actually runs right underneath where you're sitting right now that goes right back to the diesel heater itself, which is positioned underneath the sink basically. And then it comes up here, and these little adjustable dials here or whatever, that's what opens up the valves on the inside, right? So this one is fully open, and this one's fully closed. So I don't want it fully open. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna go like one little turn maybe. We'll see what happens. Interesting too, these guys are actually connected to the vents by these hose clamps here, which have become super loose, but the tension from the Y joint pushing on them is keeping them exactly where they need to be. So I don't think I'm actually gonna fuss with that too much. Just leave it as is. And if you're new around here and you don't know why I'm fussing with this stuff, it's because the one hose that goes here, it goes underneath the bed, and right here at the foot of my bed is my electrical box, and that's where my house batteries are, and they're lithium batteries, right? And it's getting colder, right? We're coming into winter more and more every day, whether we want to admit it to ourselves or not. So it's going to start getting colder in there. So I've had it completely closed because I've found that it's not 100% seal, so heat does still get through, but I haven't needed a lot of it. But now I want to see if, you know, how open do I have to have it? I can't imagine I want it all the way open because I don't know if I want the full force of all of the heat going in there. The batteries are fairly close to where the heat would come out, like where the vent itself is. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to turn this on. And no, if anybody's wondering, doesn't that affect your refrigerator with the heat radiating up? No, not really. I haven't noticed a damn thing. We're going to turn this on, we'll go for a little bit of a walk and let the heater sort of do its thing. And we're going to use our temperature monitoring system up here. So the orange is the temperature in the electrical box. It's 8 degrees right now. It's 16 degrees inside the van itself. That's like where this screen is 16, I guess, because the sensor's been built into here. And there's a wireless sensor in the box. Green is the sensor that's outside, so it's 0 degrees. It's a little chilly. I've never seen the orange temperature gauge get very high, so I would like to see if I can get it over at least 10 degrees. I mean, there's going to be some math involved here that I will not do, but it's like, well, if it's 0 degrees out and the heater's running at 10 degrees Celsius and the vents open one click and it brings it up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do that. It's just sort of like generally figuring it out. Now that I'm saying this, I'm going to open this thing up one more click. Oh, one more click is like, there. Okay. I wish I could see inside. I wish that thing was clear. Either way, turn on the diesel heater. Actually, I had it running on high. We're just going to knock it down. We don't need it on high. Don't want to melt my batteries just in case. Turn it on to 10 degrees. Turn this bad boy on. Let's go for a walk while she does her thing. All right. It's doing its thing. And I'm actually having a thought now. I haven't been under the electrical box in the last couple days because I got to move the whole EcoFlow in order to open up my lid and everything. But the sensor for the temperature is actually kind of in the middle of the box, and it might behoove me to move it closer to the batteries themselves. So I'll have to take a peek at that when we get back. I'm starting to think maybe it won't do very well. Anyway, in typical Banff fashion, I was the first one down here. It is a Monday, but it's already getting busier. Tourist trap. Whew. Oh good, stairs. This will definitely count as my walk for the day. I've been doing it every day down in Fish Creek Park when I'm there. Obviously out here I was walking around Banff and walking around the campground. And Lake Minnewanka even. This will do. I don't think I will have to do a Fish Creek walk today. Ah. It's the one thing that's hard when you're out sort of trying to capture moving images and you're trying to get the actual sounds of nature, like the sound of the falls. If it's windy, all you hear is the on the mic. And if I plug my mic in so we get rid of that, can't hear the falls as well, although you might be starting to now that I'm basically above them. And that would be the Fairmont Hot Springs Hotel, or I'm probably saying that wrong. I think it's just the Banff Fairmont Hotel. Hot Springs, different location, same general area. Never stayed there. It's just a wee bit out of the price range, but it's a very nice hotel. I think I showed it off a little bit back in like chapter 3. And we'll go for a walk through there and look at all the shops. Not today. But we'll be back. Hitting all sorts of little things that I've never done before on this trip, like the walk around Minnewanka. Yes, not around Minnewanka, but to a side of Minnewanka I've never been to before. And now I've known this path was here, never done it before. That's kind of fun. It's very hilly. It's almost like I'm in the Rocky Mountains or something. It is a very nice, if not a bit loud, of a walk. Oh good, more stairs. And if I go down, that means I gotta come back up. Oh, these ones are the nice ones. They're a little wider, they're not as demanding feeling. Whew, she chilly though. Especially when that breeze kicks up, boy. Woo! Look at all these little viewpoints down here. Everybody's got their cameras out, taking pictures of their loved ones. It's just so adorable. More stairs. Is that a today thing? Yeah, all right. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. All I'm gonna gain is a sore back. But my legs will feel better. That seems to be how this works. Or is it the other way around? No, I'm not sure. I didn't finish my Revita. It's nice that they put benches like halfway up the stairs. That's thoughtful. Bob and Nancy Davies. Banff gave us a lifetime of joy. 1912 to 2009. Wow. I completely agree with your sentiments, you two. I didn't know you, but you picked a pretty good spot to luck out on for eternity.
Never thought that the world could be turned upside down in a simple game of hide and seek. But that night in the rain, the music just stopped, and I think that's when you saved me. I pray that one by one we'll make promises to keep, standing underneath the shade tree. Darling, I love you. And if by chance you pray for me, one by one, let's be. Climbed up on the roof, but I never looked down, 'cause I'd already found the height of me. You spelled your name in the stars, but it's time to confess, I lied when I pretended to see. I pray that one by one we'll make promises to keep, standing underneath the shade tree. Darling, I love you. And if by chance you pray for me, one by one we'll be. I pray that one by one we'll make promises to keep, standing underneath the shade tree. Darling, I love you. I'm hoping that you pray for me. One by one, let's be.
All right, let's see how this is going in here. Well, it's nice and warm as usual in the living space. What do we have on this? We only got it up to 9. I mean, I only have this set to 10, right? So let's bump this up. We'll blast it on high for a bit, and I'll see if that 9 changes. Because as it is right now, that actually kind of makes a lot of sense logistically speaking, if 10 degrees is coming in right here and the sensor is over here, maybe it loses a degree. Kind of makes sense to me. Okay. Didn't take long. It's only been doing it for like 3 minutes or so, and it's already up to 10. So I imagine it's going to keep going. I guess I should test it to see how hot it actually gets in there. But if I just open the valve, just do it. The problem, my concern is when I run it on high. But logic would also dictate when both vents are open, you're never going to get max heat coming out of either one, right? So I'm probably panicking over nothing. It's just probably a good thing that I have that vent open now. So I say we get the fridge back in there and move right along. I say move on, but I can never let things go. And it's very hot in here because I've got the vent blowing directly at my... Everybody just calm down. But I got the box open here. That's a little sensor, the little white guy there. He was over here, like I said, in the middle, and that was completely blocking him off from where the heat's actually coming in, which is right there. So I've done a little testing. This was a way better idea. I should have started with this, because then I could stick this hand down there and feel how much heat was coming out and then use my other hand to adjust the valve. So I do have it open just to that one click, and it seems to be good. My concern was that my trickle charger here would be too close in proximity to that vent, but now with it only being one tick, it's not too bad, and this is on full blast. That should heat this space up quite nicely, and even like this, look at that, we're already at 18 degrees, and that's on full blast. I never let this stuff stay at full blast. So I'm gonna knock this down and see if I can get that 18 degrees to come back down, but again, I gotta close the bed and get an accurate reading, but yeah, this will definitely keep the batteries nice and warm. And like I said, it shouldn't melt my trickle charger. And we still got plenty of draft coming out here. I wonder if I could actually close this one off a bit. I wonder if that's part of my problem right now. Do I want this open? I mean, I've got the ability to do it. Hang on. Maybe yeah, that's completely closed, and it still leaks out a little. Open it up slightly. Open it up a lot. It's too bad my fridge covers this. If this was easier to access on the daily without having to move the fridge, this would totally be something I would do, but we're not cold enough yet. I think I'm going to, we'll leave this one open a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, this is all good. Now we're all set. I would say we will officially call this winter mode. Yeah, actually, well, I've got the fridge out. It's a little odd. I didn't install any sort of cable management on the diesel heater monitor cord here. It's just floppy. So I just pulled out of the back a bunch of these little, you can't really see them. Put them over here where the light is, you'll be able to see them. These little cable management fasteners, for lack of a better term, right? You just slip them onto the cable like so, right? And then just put a little self tapper on the side of the counter, and it'll keep that cord nice and neat and tucked out of the way. Not sure why I didn't do this when I was building, but I didn't. And there we go. Wham, bam, bibbidi bam. Cable out of the way. I could actually probably do that with this. Maybe not. We'll just leave that for now. It's probably better that it's loosey-goosey. All right, move the impact driver out of the way. Make sure that cable's sort of tucked out of the way as well. As best as we can get it. Okay. And lift. Lift and nudge, lift and nudge, lift and nudge, lift and nudge. Wait a second. We're on the bed. Bring it off. There we go. That's not too bad. Yeah. I'm happy with my design. Now we just plug the fridge back in. Hiya. And boop. The little plug says we are back in business. Oh no. This thing now says it's 34 degrees. Might have to make an adjustment later because that's crazy. But we'll leave it for now. I'm actually going to turn the diesel heater off. We'll see what it's like when we get back to Calgary and having the diesel heater off the entire way. And then again, we'll check it again later tonight is when we kick the diesel heater on. That's about all I can do, right? Trial and error at this point. All right, every time I'm about to leave Banff, I always sort of go through the Rolodex in my brain. I'm like, is there anywhere I want to go right now? In the, like, you know, the weird assumption that I'm never going to be back here, which is just total malarkey. But it still happens, like, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, is there anywhere I wanted to go? No, it all involves spending a lot of money. And I don't really need any food. I still have a belly full of smoothie, but some snacks for the road might be nice. And I honestly don't remember the last time I stopped here. And whatever I don't eat, I can guarantee that the Pirate Princess will appreciate any leftovers. All right, Penny, hold down the fort. We'll be right back. Oh, we're gonna brave the cold weather without our layers. And we found free parking for 3 hours. It's not gonna take us 3 hours to get the schneckies that we want. They should just be over yonder. Yeah, there's the mountain that everybody always photographs. It's a little misty this morning. Might be a little longer than I thought. They don't open until 11. Should have checked that. And it's starting to snow. Worth it. How you doing this morning? Good. What's the Banff mix? Is that just regular salt and caramel?
No, it's a white cheddar cheese and maple syrup.
Oh,
If you
okay.
want to try, I can use some more pounds. You want to try?
Sure, why not? I'll give it a try. Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay, can I get a medium bag of that? That'd be great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Again, I don't think I've ever had that Banff mix before. Maple syrup and white cheddar, yum. Also, I just put a post on Patreon, and Mike was very quick to comment saying, "You must simply get fudge too. A trip to Banff is not complete without fudge." He didn't exactly say it that way. He's also not wrong. All right, Mike, twist my rubber arm. How you doing today?
What can I get for you?
Can I get a big old brick of the Reese's peanut butter?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I hope you approve of my fudge of choice, Mike. I wanted to get that Reese's Pieces beaver tail yesterday, and I did not, so I'm scratching the itch with some fudge. Bring me one step closer to sweet, sweet, sugary doom. All right, back to the tiny home on wheels. Whoa, I see the fur baby has moved. Did somebody make you uncomfortable, Penny? Where are you you at, furball? Oh, why are you down here? Hi. Come on. You ready to hit the road? Was somebody scaring you? Did somebody freak you out? Or did you just have to use the biffy? Oh, okay. You want to go back in the window? We're about to leave. There? All right, there you go. Okay. All right, well, popcorn for the road. But I gotta have a bite of this fudge. Obviously. Release it from its shrink-wrapped prison. Hi. You wanting to come down again? You didn't want to go back up there? I mean, to be fair, you did come up. Some people's kids. Ooh. This is not for you. Is that what you think is happening? You're hearing the plastic? You think it's a treat for you? It's not. All right, Mike. Good call. But more than one bite at a time is deadly, to say the least. All right, tally freaking ho. Back to Calgary we go. A 6-inch turkey bacon rancher was calling my name, so it's going in my gob. The snacks were great. Just enough popcorn left for Brie. But I'm gonna have myself this little bit of lunch, and then I'm real close to some friends of mine. And as I discovered on this camping trip, I'm in need of a couple things. Bone apple tits. All is out, watch it. Oh, the puppy's taking a dump. Dog's gotta do what a dog's gotta do. If you're out here, who's running the store? How's it going? Not too bad. Hello. Oh. You're just so afraid. You're scared of the camera, really? Go say hi.
Scared of things that you carry.
What if we put it down like this?
She's scared of everything. If it's
Come here. It's okay. No, you're like, no, you rolled up with that thing. All right, all right. quiet on the western front in here. This is a problem. I come in here and I can spend hours in here just looking at stuff, and I want everything. And everything will not fit in Lucky. So I gotta rein it in a little bit. I've had my eye on this for a while. Restrain myself. I do have gift cards to spend though, so maybe. Hello, how are you? Look, did we plan this? Yours isn't a Dixon though.
Yeah, I know.
How's it going?
Really good.
Good. Excellent.
We have a new employee.
I see. Working away hard.
Caroline.
Like a second one.
Yeah, Caroline. We managed to persuade her to leave her new job.
You gonna come give me shit again?
You
So
just
she,
got
oh yeah, she gave me crap outside. She was real tough out there. She's camera shy apparently.
Can you tell so am I?
Yeah, it's fine. Yes.
Big stick guy?
Am I a big stick guy? How did I miss this? It's the one spot I didn't come to look.
Yeah,
Probably.
the big guys.
Yeah, probably the big ones because it's for the bear den, eh?
Yeah.
I just, had it out in Banff this weekend. It was a little breezy. Yep, that's what I need. That guy right there. And it doubles as a bottle opener, I see. For all the bottled beer I drink. No.
You drink Lucky. You're like me.
Yeah, exactly.
You're easy to please.
Panic.
Rip and drink. You're getting shunned.
Well, you guys should come down here and say hi. I promise she'll be nicer to you.
Yes. She's nice to everybody.
Except me, apparently. That's fair. She can sense evil.
You should probably smell the cat.
Oh, that could be it too, yeah, maybe. Blame the cat. I'll blame Penny. Jason's busy building out a truck camper for himself, and he was showing me this, which is great. He's like, oh, there's no flat surfaces, everything's round. Does this look familiar to anybody? Yes, that's exactly what I did when I was insulating the van.
Really?
Back at the very beginning. I had beams going everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
no
screws. I used Sikaflex.
Yep,
Right? The only wood, notice no wood.
yeah,
The only wood is the framing on the bottom.
yeah.
I put that in and then realized I didn't put the backing in and put the insulation in, so I took it all out yesterday, put the wood back in,
Yeah.
and put it all back together again. So that's
Okay.
why it's taking me so long.
And this is why you haven't been watching my videos.
Yeah, I haven't watched any videos, unfortunately.
It's an acceptable reason. Oh, happy for him. That'll be fun. Get that camper all built up. And they're doing really well. They're able to hire a new employee. So that's 2 that they have now on the payroll on top of everybody else that was there. If you don't really know what I'm talking about, it's a whole thing. Make sure you're subscribed and you got notifications turned on so you never miss a Van Life Plus episode. But more importantly than that, if you're in Calgary and you're looking for camping gear of any kind or prepper gear or even freeze dryers, which they are carrying now, come on down to Craze Outdoors. Introduce yourself, meet the family. They are all incredible people, and pick yourself something up. If you order online, if you're in Canada, you can use the promo code VanLife Plus at checkout to save yourself 10% off your order. Not currently selling in the US, but just had a very interesting conversation with Jason, and there's something that they are seriously looking into. They're just trying to figure out ways to do it the most efficiently, so stay tuned. But yeah, I decided to get myself some pent kegs, or as they call them when you're looking it up on their website, stakes, and a stake remover. So that replaced my hatchet in the van, and hopefully this will be all I need to hammer down the bear den in the future to blow away on me. It's from the brand MSR. They're one that I've noticed for a while. And yeah, this guy doubles as a bottle opener. Also, I like the fact that it has that on it. Hopefully that'll make removing these suckers from the ground easier. I am concerned that these might not work too well depending on how rocky the terrain gets, but I went with the biggest shaft, as everybody should, because there are mini versions of this. I guess that'd be fine if you're like pitching a tent on a lawn, but where I am usually, that is not the case. So stay tuned and we will bust all of this out in a future episode. For now, I'm gonna go find a place to maybe have a nap before I gotta get the Pirate Princess. I know, Penny, we're almost there. I just wanted to stop here and do this stuff so we're not airing all of our dirty laundry out in the Hotel Walmart parking lot. You know the deal. I pulled into the mall parking lot here to do her litter, which I had to wait to do because I left all of the clean wood pellets in Grace. Forgot to pack a Ziploc bag to take with me camping and whatnot. Now I'm just moving some bags and whatnot over here back into the Irish Pirate Queen. Welcome back to the fleet, my pack mule you. And I like pulling into parking lots where I'm not staying because it's just something about, doing your chores in the Walmart parking lot, especially after sundown. And obviously it's later in the year, it's getting a lot darker earlier. When I get back to Hotel Walmart, especially when it's already dark out, I like to just pull in, throw up the window blockers, and call it a night, basically, right? I might go into Walmart if they're still open to use the facilities, make a purchase or whatnot. But when it comes to having to open up doors and shuffle stuff around, I'd rather do it where I'm not staying. I don't know, it's a preference, and those are things that you develop the longer you do this. And I've been doing it for over 3 years now. These are my preferences. All right, onward to glory! The Northern Lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labarge when I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home in the south to roam round the pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but that land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell, though he'd often say in his homely way that he'd sooner live in hell. Well, he seemed so low that I couldn't say no. Then he says with a sort of moan, "It's the cursed cold and it's got right hold, till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet 'tain't being dead, it's my awful dread of the icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that foul or fair, you'll cremate my last remains." Now a man's last need is a thing to heed, so I swore I would not fail. And we started on at the break of dawn, but God, he looked ghastly pale. He crouched in the sleigh and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee. And before nightfall, a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. And sometimes you gotta do that whilst you're pulling into Hotel Walmart and putting up your window blockers. Can't plan for this stuff. Anyway, just a couple things here of note before I wrap this vlog up in accordance with everything we were talking about this morning. I find it very interesting now. Look at this. It's been quite chilly out. I mean, it's 6 degrees outside right now, but you can't see anything. That's the most glary nonsense ever. There we go. 12 degrees on the orange. Who remembers? That's the gauge that's inside, right? So this box has actually held its heat very well. I haven't had the diesel heater on since I turned it off, and I believe the last time we checked it was around 33 or something insane. I need to check the temperature, what it's going to be here overnight, because obviously back in Calgary it's so much warmer than it was in the mountains. I don't even know. I mean, yeah, I'll want the diesel heater eventually, but it's probably going to be a night where I have the fan on and pulling in a little bit of cool air on its lowest setting. So what that means with those temperatures being that, let's say, warmer comparatively, it's actually going to be detrimental, I would assume, to have that vent open to allow the heat to flow under the bed. So, of course, that would mean I have to move the fridge again. But happy freaking accident, and I can't believe I didn't notice this earlier. But I was back here, and I looked down, and I'm like, yeah, there's this split between the two panels, right? The one that's on the hinge and the one that can just be removed. And it's great that I can remove the fridge and open that all up and get to that if I need to perform maintenance on the hoses. But you know what else? My hand sort of looks like it would fit right in there. Now, obviously it can't because of the fridge. And I was like, is there any way I could tip the fridge up this way or that way and stick something underneath to hold it up while I do that? Don't even need to do that. And I can reach those valves, and like this, that valve's closed. That was not a plan of mine, but it worked out, and that is great. So now I don't have to fart around or worry. And it's not as nice as it could have been. That's what I was doing. I was sitting here looking at this space, and I was brainstorming, and I was actually at the point where I was like, well, you know, if I remove this net, I could get my jigsaw, and I could cut a little square access panel, so I could just reach my hand in, and then, wait a second, and then that's how I came to discover that I can do this. And I can do it with both of them. So if I really wanted to test all of this out, I could even slow down the rate of flow for this vent if it gets too hot and lucky. Maybe I don't need the fan on. I mean, it's always a good idea to have fresh air, but still, super cool. In, out, in, out. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Everybody just calm down. Where are you? You hiding behind my Wolfpack backpack? That's like when I used to lift up the garbage bags in the alley and I would find the black beetles under the bag. Except the difference is you didn't scurry away just now. You just look so content. Because she is. Anyway, I need to get some sleep. For some reason, I slept like absolute crap the last 2 nights in a row, which sucks. Because now I'm associating bad sleeps with Banff. But I will overcome. We shall be back sooner rather than later. But I'm going to leave this one here. I got to do a quick Walmart walk, use the facilities, probably pick something up. Do I need anything? Actually, I don't. We got everything at IGA in Banff this morning. So just a use of their pipes. So until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. But remember that you can't make everybody happy because you're not tacos. And speaking of things that I didn't know were in Banff, apparently there is a place called the Waldhaus restaurant. German cuisine. And I'm sold because the advertisement they're using is showing French fries, pretzels, and what looks to be a delicious cheese dip. I don't know what that is, but that looks delicious. Put it on the list.